Hi there. I've been asked a few times how people can write Urdu online, and I've been asked the same question today by Mati Riaz. So I thought I'll try and address the issue. So I thought I'll show you some ways you can write Urdu online. So if you go to Google Translate, on there are several ways you can write Urdu now. So there's on the drop down here, there's where it says Salam. This is Salam written in Urdu and Romanized. So there's a phonetic keyboard. There's also an Urdu keyboard. When you click on it, it shows all the Urdu letters, and they correspond with the keyboard with your keyboard now. So when you press, um, let's say the letter G, we get Garth appear on here. So I'll cover this in a moment. And the third way of doing it, which I want to show you first, really, is the Urdu Handwrit. So you can basically write letters. So for this practice, find some Urdu sentences online, doesn't matter what they are, and just copy them and paste them into Translate. Oh, what is it doing there? It's because of the letter. 1 second. Okay, so there we are. So I've pasted that in there from there. This is from today's headlines in Urdu. So it's the 20th of November today. So it says, Justice Gulzar Ahmed Asma Jahangir Conference में Chief Justice की अदलिया पर दबाव अलाजमत की तादीद. So Justice Gulzar Ahmed Asma Jahangir denies allegations of pressure on the judiciary by the Chief Justice in the conference. So what we're going to do is going to copy these words now from this sentence. So on here we can do it letter by letter. You can also do a whole word as well. So if we do the letter Jim, and it doesn't have to be even good by any means. So we've got the basic letter, and you can see the letter Jim here. So press it, and it appears on the screen. So seen is the next letter, seen. And you can see it's here. Where it has these ellipses, these dots, that'll basically put a space between your next word. So we don't want a space. So it's got Jim, se. So the next one is te. So there we have it, te. And then seen again. So there we are. So justice. So we can also write entire words as well. So we're going to do that now. So go. At the bottom, it's trying to figure out what I'm writing, but it should figure it out. Gulzar, there we are. Gulzar, Justice Gulzar. Then the next word is Ahmed. So Alif, He, Mim, Dal. Ahmed. There we are. We've got Amar there and Ahmed. Okay, so Justice. I missed out the lam in Gulzar. So I've put the cursor where it needs to go. We can just put that extra letter in there. Gulzar. There we are. Justice Gulzar Ahmed. So that's how you can free write it. So the next thing we'll do is we'll go on to the Urdu keyboard. Now there's something I want to point out on here, that this is your keyboard is now formatted the same way it's showing on here. So if I press the number 1, we get an Urdu 1. If I press the number 2, we get an Urdu 2, and so on. This isn't the same as the phonetic keyboard, although it is similar. So it depends which one you become familiar with. So one thing I will point out on this, if I wanted to write a simple sentence like Ab ka naam kya hai, so if I did Alif, like A, P, Ka, Ka, Nam, Kya hai. So part of this is correct. So we need the Alif mud. So going to backspace that, going to press A and shift to get Alif mud. Aap ka naam, Kya. Now, when you see it written phonetically, it's usually KYA. That won't work on the Urdu keyboard, so it has to be how it's written in Urdu. So that'll be K, Kaf, Yeah. So you can see Yeah is here. So that's I on a keyboard, the letter I. So now we've got Kaf and Choti Yeah, and then Aleph. Aapka naam kya. Then the next word is hair. So again, on a phonetic keyboard, you press Hain, but that won't work. You have to write it the way you write it in Urdu. So I think this keyboard is better for people who really want to know how to write Urdu, because you're doing it the right way, as it were, rather than phonetically. Anyway, to do this, we need to press O. As you can see here, the O is the gul hair. So we've got that gul hair, and then we press I. Oops, sorry, no, we press Y, and that gives us bari hair. So it gives us hair. So hair would be singular. So you want the plural one. So we press I and then shift and N. So hair. Aapka naam kya hai? Just make this a bit bigger. Oops. Okay. So aapka naam kya hai? So O and Y is hair. O, I, shift N is hair. So I just wanted to make that distinction. So if you go to the last one, this is the phonetic keyboard. So now we don't have a keyboard on the screen because it's going to line up with our own keyboard. So to write that same sentence, Aapka naam kya hai? If I press A, it gives us options. So we've got letter A, we've got Alif and Alif mud. So Alif mud, P is pair. It gives the option for pair, vowel pair, hair pair. So, and you find that you can write fairly quick in either of these, just with a little bit of practice in either the Urdu keyboard or the phonetic keyboard. All right, so when I'm writing in Hindi, I prefer they have the same things here as well. So they have the free write, they have the Urdu, they have the Hindi keyboard and everything else. They have another one, such as called Inscript. So on this one, I find that I much prefer writing Hindi in the phonetic, but for Urdu, I much prefer writing in the actual Urdu script itself. So yeah, have a play around with it and see how you find it. So as I say, copy and paste a sentence in there, and then copy the letters, write it, and see how you get on. And when you look at the word, you're breaking it down to each of its letters. You'll find you'll figure out how they all kind of fit together and things. Okay, so that's my kind of tip, as it were, for today. Okay, take care. Bye bye.